Dear students, yesterday we discussed equation for total resistance in case of series, and today we are going to discuss derivation of the equation for total resistance in case of resistors connected in parallel. For this here, we will suppose let three resistors with resistances R1, R2 and R3 are connected in parallels as shown. Let also I1, I2 and I3 be the currents flowing through these resistors respectively. See here, this is the resistor with resistance R1. This is the resistor with resistance R2. This is the resistor with resistance R3. Let current I1 flows through resistor R1, I2 flows through resistor R2 and I3 current flows through resistor R3. Resistor with resistance R3. This is the circuit diagram. Let here, this is the source of current. This is the switch here. This is the diagram showing three resistors connected in parallels. Let total current be I. When this current I reaches at this junction, it breaks into three parts: I1 flowing through this, I2 flowing through this part, and I3 flowing through this part. At this junction, these three branched currents rejoin and again form the current I. Let V be the total potential difference. Here, in case of parallel, the potential difference remains same for all the resistors. Here we will measure resistance or potential difference between these 2 points. If it is V, it is same for R1, same for R2 and same for R3. Now let's try to calculate the equation. Here total current I is equal to, this total current I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. I1 plus I2 plus I3. Okay. We will rewrite here. I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. We will mark this equation as equation first. Now use Ohm's law for these individual currents. We have studied in Ohm's law that potential difference is equal to product of resistance and the current. Therefore, we can modify this equation. If V is equal to IR, therefore I is equal to V by R. Okay. So as per Ohm's law, current is equal to ratio of the potential difference to the resistance of the resistor. Using Ohm's law, I1 is equal to पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस V, इसकी पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस क्या है I, जिसमें से बहती है I1 जिसमें से बहती है V डिवाइडेड बाय द रेजिस्टेंस, और इसकी रेजिस्टेंस है R1 क्योंकि I1 इसी रेजिस्टेंस में से गुजरती है. I2 इज इक्वल टू, I2 है ये करंट जो इसमें से बहती है, ये बराबर होगी इसकी पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस V है, V डिवाइड बाय इसकी रेजिस्टेंस R2, V बाय R2. I3 is equal to, I3 means the current flowing through the resistor with resistance R3. I3 will be equal to its potential difference, that is same V divided by its resistance R3, V by R3. By using these values, in equation first, ये जो हमने पहली इक्वेशन बनाई थी जिसमें टोटल करंट I बराबर है इसकी ब्रांच करंट I1 प्लस I2 प्लस I3, इसी में हम ये वैल्यूज लगा देंगे. I1 का वैल्यू है V बाई R1, हम यहाँ लगा देंगे, प्लस की जगह प्लस. I2 का वैल्यू है V बाई R2, हम यहाँ लगा देंगे, और I3 का वैल्यू है V बाई R3, हम यहाँ इसको लगा देंगे. By using these values in equation first we get, अब हमें क्या हासिल होता है यहाँ देख लीजिए. टोटल करंट I is equal to, I is equal to I1 की जगह लिखेंगे हम V बाई R1 प्लस I2 की जगह लिखेंगे हम V बाई R2 और प्लस I3 की जगह लिखेंगे हम V बाई R3. अब जरा ये सोचिए, अगर इन तीनों रेजिस्टेंसेस की टोटल रेजिस्टेंस, इफेक्टिव रेजिस्टेंस सीरीज में R के बराबर आएगी, हम यूं समझते हैं, अगर हम सपोज करते हैं, इफ वी सपोज इट, कि अगर इन तीनों की रेजिस्टेंस सीरीज में R के बराबर आएगी, इफेक्टिव रेजिस्टेंस R होगी, तो हमें पता है करंट क्या है, हमें ऑलरेडी पता है टोटल करंट I है. टोटल पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस क्या है वो हमें पता है, वो V है. तो क्या होगा, ये I किसके बराबर होगा, ये होगा पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस डिवाइडेड बाय द रेजिस्टेंस. ये हम लिखने जा रहे हैं हम, इफ R is the effective resistance or total resistance, then current I is equal to, किसके बराबर होगी करंट I, ये बराबर होगी एज ओम्स लॉ, पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस डिवाइड बाय द रेजिस्टेंस. पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस क्या है, V डिवाइड बाय R, V बाय R. हम इस इक्वेशन को लगा देंगे वैल्यू इक्वेशन थर्ड, यहां जिसमें हमने I1 I2 और I3 की वैल्यूज लगा दिए थे, V बाय R1 प्लस V बाय R2 प्लस V बाय R3, इसको हम इक्वेशन सेकंड मार्क करेंगे. By comparing the equation first, second with equation third, see the second is I is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3, and third is I is equal to V by R. Since left hand sides are equal, so the right hand sides will be equal. From equation second and third, we get, हमें क्या हासिल होता है जब हम इन दोनों को कंपेयर करते हैं, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड्स इक्वल है I, so right hand sides will be equal, V by R is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. or we can modify this equation by taking v out and cancelling v from both sides. 1 by r is equal to 1 by r1 plus 1 by r2 plus 1 by r3. This is the equation for the effective resistance in case of the parallels. Since here is 1 by r is the total effective resistance. So in case of parallels, the reciprocal of the total resistance is equal to the sum of the reciprocals of the resistances connected in the parallels. This is the required equation. Okay, we can use this equation. Let if r is equal to 1, r1, r2 is also equal to 1, r3 is equal to 1, suppose 2, we will get 1 by r total resistance is equal to 1 by 1 plus 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2. This is equal to 2 plus 2 plus 1 by 2, that is equal 5 by 2. So reciprocal of the total resistance is equal here 5 by 2, therefore R is equal to 2 by 5. 2 by 5. Okay, so the total resistance in case of parallels is less than the lowest resistance in parallels. So in case of parallels, total resistance decreases, and in case of series, we have discussed yesterday, total resistance increases. Let's have a review. In case of parallels, resistors are connected as shown. Let three resistors with resistance R1, R2 and R3 are connected in parallels. Let I1, I2 and I3 be their respective currents flowing through R1, R2 and R3. Since here potential difference will remain same as the resistors are connected in case of parallels, the total current I will be equal to sum of the branched currents I1 plus I2 plus R3. We mark this equation first. By applying Ohm's law to individual currents, these I1, I2 and I3, we know current as per Ohm's law is equal to the potential difference divided by the resistance of the resistor through which current is flowing. So I1 is equal to V by R1, I2 is equal to this V by R2, and I3 is equal to V by R3. We use these values of I1, I2 and I3 in equation first, and we get I is equal, total current I is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 plus V by R3. We mark this as equation second. If total effective resistance in case of parallels here is R, then this current, total current I is equal to total potential difference divided by the total resistance, that's I is equal to V by R. We mark this as equation third. Since from equation first we know I is equal to this, and from equation third we know I is equal to V by R. Left hand sides are equal, so the right hand sides will be equal. From second and third equation we get V by R is equal to V by R1 plus V by R2 V by R3. This means that 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So this is the required equation relation for calculating the total effective resistance in case of the parallels. We can mark this also. Hence, we can increase it also. 1 by R total resistance in case of parallels is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 plus so on and so forth. If we have 4 resistance, then 1 by R4. If we have 5, then we will add 1 plus 1 by R5. If we have only 2, then 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. I hope you might have understood this derivation. If there will be any query, please ask me on phone or write a message on WhatsApp. Thanks.